My name is Daniel, and this is my story. A story about trust, betrayal, and the day I discovered that the woman I loved was not who I thought she was. We all trust the ones we love. We give them our hearts, our time, and sometimes our blind faith. But what happens when that faith is misplaced? What happens when the person you trust the most is the one weaving a web of lies? This is how I uncovered the truth. Lila and I had been together for 4 years. She was everything I thought I wanted: kind, ambitious, and fiercely independent. Our friends called us the power couple, and I believed it. Lila worked in PR, so her life was naturally hectic. Late night calls, last minute travel, and endless client dinners were part of her routine. I admired her drive and never questioned her busy schedule. But looking back now, I realize how perfectly her career allowed her to hide things from me. It started with an invitation. Lila had been talking about a big gala she was organizing for months. When the night finally arrived, I was excited to support her. But when I asked her what time I should meet her there, she hesitated. "Actually," she said, avoiding my gaze, "it's a client-only event. It wouldn't really make sense for you to be there." I felt a pang of disappointment, but brushed it off. She had never given me a reason to doubt her. That night, while scrolling through social media, I saw a photo that made my stomach drop. Leela was at the gala, but she wasn't alone. She was standing next to a man I didn't recognize, her hand resting casually on his arm. When I asked her about the photo the next day, she laughed it off. "Oh, that's just Evan," she said. "He's one of my clients. Nothing to worry about." But something about the way she said it didn't sit right with me. It felt rehearsed. Over the next few weeks, more little things started to surface. A text message she quickly swiped away. A dinner reservation I found in her email that she never mentioned. And then there were the receipts. Hotel stays and expensive dinners that didn't align with her schedule. I felt like I was going crazy, piecing together fragments of a life that didn't include me. The final straw came when I decided to surprise her at work. I brought her lunch and waited in the lobby, excited to see her face light up. But when I asked the receptionist to let her know I was there, she gave me a confused look. "Lila doesn't work here anymore," she said. "She left 6 months ago." My heart stopped. 6 months? Where had she been going every day? That night I confronted her. She tried to laugh it off, to dismiss my questions, but I wasn't backing down. "Leela," I said, "if you don't work there, where have you been going every day?" Her face went pale. For the first time, she didn't have an answer. After hours of arguing, she finally broke down. She admitted that she had been seeing someone else, Evan. The gala wasn't a client event. The hotel stays and dinners were with him. But what hurt the most was that she had been lying for so long, weaving a web of deception that trapped me in a false reality. I packed my things that night and left. I couldn't stay with someone who had built our relationship on lies. Betrayal isn't just about the lies. It's about the time you lose, the trust you give, and the person you become when it all falls apart. Lila's web of lies may have ensnared me, but I've learned to free myself. And now I know that love without trust isn't love at all. This was my story. And if you've ever felt trapped in someone else's deception, you'll understand. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it also sets you free.